Hi everyone, it's Nievera from Music Direct. Nice of you to join us. Esoteric is a brand that's been part of Music Direct's long lineage of products that we've been proud to sell. And in the years since Esoteric came to our store and also onto our website, we've seen a lot of advances in their product design. So along with that comes the idea of what's next for Esoteric and its long history. And here to talk about it is ScottSefton of Esoteric. Scott, nice to see you.
Hey Bess, good to be here.
Thanks
for having me.
You have been with Esoteric for quite a while. You've watched the company grow. You've watched the product designs grow. What are the takeaways when you, as an Esoteric marketer and even an Esoteric owner, enjoy about it?
In terms of the product quality, the fit and finish of the product, the thought and care that goes into every little nuance. They truly spend a lot of time building it the best that they can from a variety, not just a sound quality standpoint, but a quality of construction, a reliability, an ease of use standpoint. Just tremendous amount of thought and care go into the product.
And certainly one of the great things about the Esoteric product line, besides the build quality, of course, is the sound.
That's the tenet behind the Esoteric products is put the best components in that they can for a given design and a given price point, and the sound will kind of take care of itself. It's not built to sound like this or built to sound like that. If anything, it's built to not sound like anything. It's built to, and if you're looking out your window, they want it to be the cleanest. They don't want the window to introduce any additional noise. It should be the clearest glass image of what you're listening to.
Esoteric has been a company in the making for over 3 decades. How did it start?
As the brainchild of Omachi-san, of course from the TIAC company, one of the engineers that just decided to build a better mousetrap. I don't want to say cost no object, but cost much less of an object, and kind of create this high-end world for digital, which at the time was not really in the ballpark.
And in recent years also, Esoteric has branched out to create some superb amplifiers and componentry. What's the story and thinking behind that?
Well, it kind of all starts with Grandioso, our flagship products, our cost almost no object products, and technologies that were created to advance them. The super cap, a dual layer capacitor that has increased storage and increased speed. So now they can use more of them for a larger bank, so that much more storage. So that the amplifiers can be fast enough to keep up with high-res audio. So you'll find that fingerprint among all of the preamps and integrated amplifiers, as well as speed and the balanced input side of all of the power amplifiers.
What can a Music Direct customer expect when he or she receives their Esoteric unit? What is really the exciting thing about it?
Well, they're going to be greeted by a truck driver with a large box of cardboard. We want to make sure that it gets to you in as pristine a condition as it was when it left the factory. But after they go through that process, and they'll finally see what kind of care goes into even the packing of our products, they're going to get it out. Hopefully, if it's some of the products, hopefully they have help to none of the Esoteric products I would call petite. I would, old people like me, I would definitely recommend, having help placing it, so you don't scratch the cabinet. That's all.
I think I'll call that ageless as opposed to old people.
They'll get it hooked up. They'll get it fired up. They'll put in, that piece or two that they've been dying to play since they placed the order, and if they're like most, they'll be stunned with the the clarity, the detail, the esoteric sound, and even if they're replacing a 5 or 6 year old, they've been an esoteric customer for years, this new fresh one, it takes the esoteric sound that much further. They will, hear things that they hadn't heard before, or hear little nuances here and there, and that tends to snowball. So, okay, now I got to hear this one. Yeah. And then before you know it, it's 2 a.m. You're in trouble with the family, and you got to call in sick for work tomorrow because you just can't leave the hi-fi. It sounds so darn good.
In basically what you're saying is that you're practically sucked into the experience of listening to a piece of equipment like that.
You don't just get a new component. You get an entire new music library that you've owned for years.
Mm-hmm.